Hey there, welcome back, Husky Pups. We made it to Friday in week 4 of our distance learning. And this week in science, we've been working on and studying the life cycle of chicks and chickens. We've done some summarizing of text. You've answered short answer questions. You've answered multiple choice questions for me. And you've been doing some life cycle drawings of your own and creations of your own. And we left off yesterday in me saying that when you join me today, that I would have this great project for you. And I hope you're super excited to learn about it. But I thought I wanted to give just a little bit of background information before I jump right to the project page. You will need to print those off or pull them up separately after you watch the video so you know what you're doing. And that can be found right on our resource page in the science box for today. That being said, one of the things that we looked at off and on, we didn't spend a lot of time, we didn't really focus on it, was where do chickens live? And you know, if you've been watching my videos, that my chickens right now live in my garage because that's the safest place I can keep them. I have electricity, so I can provide them warmth from a heat lamp. And soon, very soon, they've already started venturing out on nice days. But once they get all of their adult feathers in and they no longer need the heat lamp, they will go live in what we call a chicken coop. So it's like a little mini chicken barn just for them. The idea is that they'll be able to run around my backyard during the day, but then at night they come into the chicken coop. So why is that? Why do they have this chicken coop, like this cage idea or a barn, that they go and they have this like safe haven type of thing? Well, we've looked at some of the books on Epic this week, and they told us that chickens simply have natural predators. There are predators out there like fox and some dogs. There's other things like weasels that we have in our area that come and they will eat the chickens themselves. They'll just eat the chickens, or they'll steal the chicken's eggs if she has eggs. So, in one way for us to protect it, they don't tend to come as near during the day. So many people that have chickens tend to have a rooster. So the rooster kind of crows and cock-a-doodle-doos to scare it away and help protect the hens. The other piece is having that safe place to go that's locked up where, you know, wild animals can't get in and they're up off the ground. So again, if something does try to come in, they can get away from it. So today I thought it would be really fun to think about, what if you were able to have a chicken or chickens as pets? How would that look in your backyard? That being said, we also learned in one of the books that we read this week, or one of the articles we read, chickens live 10 to 15 years. So if you're looking for a pet that's going to be around for a while, chickens are kind of the greatest thing ever, right? Like, they live a long time. They're small. I've seen people walk them. I don't know as though my chickens will go on leashes, but they're friendly. You can pick them up. You can pet them. And believe it or not, friends, I have actually looked at some of the elementary schools in different areas that have chickens right there at their school. It's part of their project. The kids play with them. They read with them. They take them for bike rides. They take care of them. It's part of that process of learning and developing within your environment. So let me share with you today my screen. All right, this is what you are going to work on today, friends. Designing a chicken coop. So think about your backyard. Now, I know within the last week or two, one of your assignments were to draw what your backyard looked like. And that assignment didn't come from me, came from another teacher in 3rd grade. So take a look at that picture that you have of your backyard drawing. Where would a chicken coop fit best? Okay. Would it be in the far corner? Would it be up near your house? Think about location first, maybe. And then the next piece is actually designing. What is your chicken coop going to look like now that we've gone over some things that chickens need, why they need them, what they need to have inside them? So it's time to raise some chickens. Okay, not really raising chickens. Actually, you'll be designing a chicken coop to create a fenced-in area for the chickens to be raised, okay? So your chicken coop should not just be some sort of barn or enclosure, it should be fenced in as well. Chicken coops are basically little houses that chickens live in during the day and night. Think of tiny houses for fowl. Chicken coops are pretty amazing because there are so many different designs and ways to create them. They are also very important because they keep chickens safe. They're warm and protected, and now you get to make one. So there are some pages that you can print off here. Brainstorm things that you know about chickens. Design the outside of your chicken coop. What's it going to look like? Design the inside of your chicken coop. What's the inside going to look like? Create a perfect little backyard chicken farm. Answer questions about your design and show your chickens living it up. Chicken-o-gram. All right, so let's take a look. Chicken coop design. Design a chicken coop that will fit into your backyard. This will just be the outside of the coop. You must label at least 6 parts of the design. So be thinking about that, like locks, nesting bins. Are there places to roost? Because chickens, roosters, they like to roost. They like to be able to jump up on things. Where's their food gonna go? Where's their water gonna go? Draw the design and label 6 key features here. So you're gonna see the boxes at the top and bottom. And here's some things to think about, okay? So use some of these ideas to help you design your chicken coop. I already mentioned the nesting area, an entrance, steps. Do they walk up into it? Or do they need to walk up steps to get into the nesting area? How are they gonna get there? Remember we talked about it being up off the ground. A light, okay, so we gotta be thinking about electricity because the light, we want them to be, the little baby chicks to be warm, so we'll need that heat lamp. I already mentioned food and water. What type of building material are you gonna use in your, is it gonna be wood? Is it going to be metal? What are you gonna use? Steps again, maybe you have steps in more than one spot. Maybe they have to walk up into the chicken coop, but then they have to walk up another set of steps to get to the nesting area. I don't know, what's yours? And how about an alarm system? If I don't have a rooster, which Miss Morgan's not supposed to have a rooster, by the way, they are all hens, I was assured. Fingers crossed, the people that sold me the chicks were correct. What type of alarm system are you gonna have that would scare off some of the predators? So take your original design, pretend you've taken the roof off the top of the coop. If I could do that, what does the inside of the layout look like? So if I'm looking down from the roof, I've taken it off, what is the inside going to look like? Okay. Draw the overhead design and label 6 key features again. So it's got a spot for you to draw, it's got spots for labels. And again, the same ideas. Nesting areas, entrance, light, heater, food and water, steps, alarm, things like that. Maybe you have a light and a heater in there. Maybe you have 2 different types of heating. Or maybe you have a light so that you can see your chicks at night, but you also have a little mini heater set up in the corner, or maybe up by the nesting areas. I don't know. Choices are all up to you. The whole yard now. So the grid below is an overhead view of the yard space you have for the chickens in the coop. Besides the coop, what else would you like to include in your little farm yard? Design the perfect chicken yard and create a map key for it. So be thinking about, what do you need? And you can see that grid, very similar to some of the things we've been seeing in math over the last few weeks or months. Maybe it's review now. Be thinking about when you make arrays. I know we made an array of a playground one time on Benchmark, and you had to have a basketball court and a soccer place and a jungle gym and this and that, and it's very similar grids. So where's your coop gonna be? Where's your fence gonna be? Are there gonna be other things out there for them to go to? Maybe you have, I don't know, a garden that you want them to be able to eat the bugs out of, things like that. I know that's what my plan is for my chickens. Keep the bugs out of my garden, keep the ticks out of the yard for my dogs and my children. So here are your questions. Answer the following questions. What is your favorite feature of the chicken coop and why? What would you be using the chickens for? So would they just be pets? Would you have chickens that lay eggs specifically for eggs so that you could have eggs, you could sell eggs on the corner? Maybe you're going to go to market with them. Maybe you're going to raise chickens for meat, because I know in my small time of researching chickens, there's different kinds of chickens, and some are strictly for meat. You raise them, they have more meat on them, and that's why. And some are for eggs because they tend to produce more eggs. So, what would you be using your chickens for? After seeing what your classmates have designed, would you want to change anything on yours? So, this one here you can't really answer just yet. So, my hope is you do your assignment, you create it, you draw it out, you label your features, and then you post to dojo. Leave this space blank, okay, once you post to dojo. Your teachers will approve your assignments so that you can see other of your classmates' assignments, and maybe even bring these pages to your dojo class meetings. Discuss it in your class meeting. Hey, this is my design. Does anybody have any designs done? Or ask your teacher ahead of time. Maybe she can help you lead that conversation. If yours is done, maybe, contact Mrs. Morgan and say, hey, before your meeting today, can you maybe bring up the chicken coop assignment and see if anybody else has it done? I kind of want to compare mine to some of the other classmates, and I haven't seen any posted. So we're here to help. We're here to facilitate. We're here to try to help answer those questions. And part of it is comparing your work to someone else's. So typically I would have you, if we were in school, we would maybe build little mock chicken coops. You could bring it in, present it, and then you could answer this question after all the presentations in the class were done. So if you design this for bonus and you are looking for something else to do, find some items in your house to build what your chicken coop would look like. What are some things you could use? I'm thinking uncooked pasta, mini marshmallows, maybe rubber bands, or popsicle sticks, because somebody's got to eat the popsicles to be able to use the sticks, right? Q-tips could be another thing. What could I use for the nesting area? Like they have to have the little bedding or the straw. So again, I'm thinking, pasta would be great. Maybe a different type of pasta. What about coconut? Like if your mom and you bake, do you ever use coconut in there? Maybe that could be used in the nesting area. And you know what? You have such a great imagination. I know you could come up with an amazing piece. You take a picture of it, post it to your dojo. I would love to see and have your teachers share with me what you've designed, what you've created. So good luck, friends. Have fun with this. It's Friday, so you have the weekend. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. We'll see you Monday.